Hi guys, and welcome back in this new video. This is Unpopular Place, and today we're going to talk about something about YouTubers that really annoy me. You probably have seen those type of YouTuber tattoos gameplay that are really dramatic, and some YouTubers that do reactions that are really too much. So today I'm going to show you why this is annoying. For example, one of the things I see now in those type of videos is likely that the person like opens the door, right? There is nothing. Then talk about whatever he wants and does the noise without even mentioning it. So it doesn't look at the sort of a noise though. And it thinks that nobody will notice it is noise. So when it comes inside the room and it will likely be like frustrated and say stuff like Granny is omnipresent and stuff like that. So, what's the real problem? The content creator in the case thinks we are stupid, thinks we do not notice that edit noise with everything in the environment. But let's go in even worse cases. For example, you all seen some content creators, and I'm talking about also Italian content creators, but also Americans, because I've seen really a lot of person, American, Italian, Chinese, every language use this fucking technique. So, what's the trick? The content creator have to create drama for gain views, subscribers, and even more interaction. For example, if you see Granny, I will likely walk away and escape from her. Another YouTuber, you know what I will do? I will like move the visual like this and act panicked, right? That's one of the things that you all may think is funny and amusing, but I think it's clearly annoying. Or even worse, when to do a trick, yeah, like that, you move like that, and it's a tricking ready. The YouTuber will likely scream and say, what the fuck? I will say likely stuff, like, oh my gosh, what I just did, and this type of stuff. Like, the self-glazing is crazy, but that's not all. The YouTuber will likely also go in the room, right? Open the cabinet and pretend to not hiding time, closing the cabinet when Granny already seen it, and leading to its death. You may think it's stupid, or you may think it's not skilled. The reality? Easy, it's everything is programmed. What do you mean? So, you are the content creator. You have to create your content and create drama for the people to see and have fun. Even worse when the YouTuber itself likely have some type of reaction like scream and frustration, pretends to be scared or this type of stuff. And that's likely the worst way to make video. Also making some clickbait titles and clickbait miniature for the videos. I think it's kinda cringe, honestly. And to be honest, to do likely some tricks like this one, go around the crouch and avoiding ready. A normal YouTuber will likely ignore it. One of those YouTubers will likely hype the moment. They think about it as an epic moment, and it will believe as an epic moment, you know. The reality, that's not even an epic moment, because that one is couch is made for just avoid running, or else you couldn't. Hey, have you noticed that most of those YouTubers play in modes like easy and normal? Have you noticed that? Maybe someone who thinks is tough may also play hard mode, but mostly it's easy or normal mode. And that's kinda annoying, yeah. Or maybe people that likely pretend to be panicked, to be scared, and likely say things that actually have no actual sense. That's really annoying, to be honest. Because if you are going to make your own content and act so scared, that's not funny. That's just annoying, buddy. If you really want to show off your skill, just play the game and do what you can. And I know I'm nobody to say that to other creators that are probably bigger than me. I know I'm no one. But, buddy, if you're really gonna create your content, be genuine, be honest, be modest. Don't create those fake, epic moments. Don't create drama. And you know what's the worst? If the game doesn't have anything interesting, the YouTuber itself will create his own problem. This, of course, requires an explanation. So, let's do an example. You have a key, right? For example, I have this piece of the puzzle of Granny. So, I'm gonna go try to unlock anything in the door. Yeah, if Granny doesn't kill me. Anyways, now I'm going to try to use the piece of the puzzle in the door. Of course, we all know that nothing is gonna happen. Bad, bad, bad. The YouTuber wants to create drama, remember. They don't want to play the game as it is. They want to create the drama. So, they are probably going to create their own problems. What do I mean, create their own problems? If the game seems boring or actually doesn't seem like it, the YouTuber have to find a way to entertain the user, the subscriber, or the person by any way. So, I'm gonna get this piece of the puzzle, alright? Avoid Granny, okay? And try to use the thingy on the door. Of course, I will fail. So, one of the YouTuber thought can be, oh, the game is bugged. Or even worse, oh, it's not working. This game is like shit. Or the second opportunity, the second things that I do is pretend to realize what's the item for. They have to pretend they are stupid. It the worst thing they say, oh right, that's the piece of the puzzle. And trust me, when this happens, this really annoys me. Because, bro, you know the game, you know autoplay. Why you have to pretend you don't? That's just annoying. And all of this is made for entertain you. But the reality is that maybe it can entertain someone. Maybe you can be kind of surprised, especially if you are a new player of the game. So this is really unnecessary. This is really unnecessary. Another thing that this type of YouTuber does is likely search stuff, but TikTok really is really close. Remember, same thing. They have to create the problem. They know Grand is closed, but they are anyway going to search that place. And you know what? They hope, they hope for Granny to kill them. And you know why? Because with so, they can be frustrated and react to the game. They can act frustrated and blame the game. And you know why? Because they want to create something that is emotional. And with that, emotional means that, for example, if you are a fan of a YouTuber, you are probably gonna defend your own YouTuber, you know? So, if your favorite YouTuber says that game is shit, you are probably not gonna play that game, right? Well, that's how it's working. So, the YouTuber creates a scene, like, pretend there is a bug or some stuff, and likely will say to the subscribers, this game is not worth it, this game is trash, and something like that. But that's not really what they think, because remember, they are creating their own problem to create drama. The most important thing for them is to create drama. For example, if I follow Granny, okay, if I follow Granny, and like I go inside this tunnel, okay, I see a lot of YouTubers asking, oh, so Granny can't get under the tunnel? Cannot get inside the tunnel? And that question really hurt my brain, because you know, you played the game. Those tunnels are designed for Granny to not enter inside them, and you know that as well. But no, you have to ask for subscriber. You have to ask, you have to create a hook to connect with your subscribers. And I know, that's what every single YouTuber does. But honestly, if you're really gonna ask some question, don't ask questions that have an obvious, fucking obvious answer about it. Ask questions that are more complex. So maybe the subscribers may help you answer the question. But no, YouTubers are probably gonna do the most obvious and stupid questions. For example, if I ask you, you see now, I have three traps into the stairs. It's likely, how do I escape the current game? How can I skip the traps? The answer? Easy, I can't. I'm gonna get trapped. And the trap is not gonna. Wow. Okay. Alt F to remove. Yeah, I'm holding F to remove, but it's not moving. So guys, anyways, that's what YouTuber does. They create their own problem. Remember, everything that you see, the scared expressions, the screams, the overreaction, it's not something that they really feel, but it's something programmed. It's a fucking script. It's a fucking script. Because some YouTuber needs to follow the script. Because I hope you had fun watching this video. If you didn't, well, I hope you at least understood what YouTuber does. That's actually not my case, because you can watch my other videos. I don't overact. I just talk calmly. I'm just chill about everything and just play. While other YouTuber says, "Oh, this is epic, this is epic." No, that's not epic. That's just part of the gameplay. Somebody, I hope you all like the video. If you like it, consider to subscribe, comment below, like, and hit the bell button. See you in the next video.